So what's the software that you've got, Tonya?
Well, you guys can, Judy, you can see how to use it. Let me show you.
What's it called?
It's called SchoolAI. And if you guys get your cell phones out and scan this code, I created a topic. It kind of looks like Magic AI, where you enter in the title and the what you want it to do. And usually I'll say, you can just like a prompt, you can put in, say, ask them how their day's going, ask them what they've done this morning, like kind of interacting with them in a social emotional way.
Oh, I like that. Anything that
Yes.
can help interaction with kids.
Okay,
Yeah.
I joined. I joined.
Okay, I see one of you joined over here in the back.
I
And
did.
then, but basically, if you scan that with your phone, you can jump on. And the thing is, and I've taught this to teachers, is that if the student tries to get off topic, it will pull them back in. So like, okay, so let's see here. I started it, it should, there we go. There's me, there's Judy. Okay, why is it? Okay, so when did you hit that X right away, Judy, that says students will learn about whatever?
The French Revolutionary War. Can we take something I know something about?
Well, interact with this.
Well, we don't want you to know about it. So you can click on it.
Okay, I shut that window and now I have, hello, let's dive into the basics of the French Revolutionary War.
Yeah, and then down at the bottom, you can type in like what you can type, you're texting to it. What is the Revolutionary War? And I could even, just like text, I can click on it and talk to it. I can have it speak back to me. And it just said the Revolutionary War was a conflict where a group of people fought to change. I actually can put this up. So this is the teacher view. I can see who's all on. I can view their chat. I can pause their chat. I can remove the student. So if I click on Judy, I can see over here that she hasn't said anything yet. So I know that she's either having trouble, or then I can look at Roger and I can see that he's not past the first screen. And I can see that Tonya has said, what is the Revolutionary War? And then it gave me a response. So this is the teacher's view. Okay.
Well,
so
let me try asking a question here.
Okay. And
what were the two sides of the Revolutionary War? Who were fighting each other?
There you go.
So I'm using the voice.
Is this a free resource? I should have asked that question.
You can ask it anything. And actually, the students are doing this on their own with their device. And this could also be a link that you put on your Google Classroom, on your, your Canvas, any learning management system that you guys have, your Schoology. And then the students could interact with it as much as they want. And I always challenge teachers to get off topic and to see exactly how it reacts to that.
Well, this may be off topic, see, so it may.
Now, like I'm seeing an answer on my screen. Oh, there it is. Now it's on yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I asked who was fighting each other. Yeah.
And then let me.
Yeah, it didn't answer that question because it's obviously off topic. It said, now let's get back to the French Revolutionary War.
Yes. Yeah. Oh. Let me show you.
I'm sure at the SchoolAI.com site, it probably gives you information about the cost and things like that, or if there is no cost for a trial period.
So I can ask it.
Okay.
You like cheese.
I get a phone call here. I'll be right back.
Okay, and then it says, that's a fun question. Let's focus on the French Revolutionary War. So
I
yeah,
love that.
yeah, it'll put them back on to, and I had the teachers talking about recycling, reuse, you know, that was the topic that I had done last time I taught this app. And one of the teachers said something about, I'm buying a brand new car, and it said, the weird thing about new cars is when they get old, you can recycle them, you know, and it kind of kept taking her back to the topic at hand. So it's a nice tool to use. I like teaching it. I like showing it to teachers because one, it's going to get the students talking and thinking about a topic that they might not raise their hand for and say, I have a question about this, or, you know, something that intrigues them, or they feel like it's a stupid question. Students can't see what they're typing. Students can't see what their responses are, but they can't, the teacher can. So like in here, if, you know, Roger, if you're misbehaving and doing something you're not supposed to do, I can definitely go in here and I can pause your chat, go over and talk to you, remove you. And of course, I would have a policy in my classroom that would say, if you get removed from a chat or have inappropriate, and this is what's considered inappropriate in a chatting behavior, or using AI or using SchoolAI, whatever you specifically want to get about, then you'd have a consequences associated with that, or, you know, have it associated with your PBIS and say, if you have 10 positive interactions, you get a bonus point for your house for PBIS, you know. So you could use this in different ways for keeping them on task, I guess. So yeah, I really like the tool. I really like that I can see how they're chatting with it. If they enter an incorrect name, you know, because you guys saw on the very first screen, you have to put your name into it. Yeah, so it's easy for the students to join, and it's easy for me to join. So I can end this. Let's see what we can. I can download it as a CSV, edit space. I'm going to edit. So I'm going to go to the edit thing.
Two or three things I really, really like about it. One of which is in any type of discussion, but especially online discussions. I mean, the classic is, here's a shared Google Doc, you know, talk about, you know, your weather observations, or what you would like to learn about careers for college, whatever it is that the topic is. All sorts of off-topic stuff starts drifting into it. So this, you know, this focuses the responses on whatever the topic is. And I think that's fantastic. It would really encourage me to do more discussion questions if I knew I was going to be able to keep the students on topic. Yeah, another thing I like about it a lot is it's going to be super easy to make sure every single student participated. I mean, there they go. I can see whether the student puts a comment in, and I can see whether it's appropriate. I mean, did they actually put some thought into, you know, what they were saying? So I love this as an interaction tool. And I could also see, I'd like to play around with it a bit more, but I could also see using it as a tool to communicate with parents. You know, we're looking for a new school mascot, and they're going to, you know, would see how good a job the AI does. But it would be interesting if it keeps discussion focused on the mascot. You know, so if somebody says, and I mean, this happens in real life, well, we're looking for a new mascot, but I think we should be looking at a new weight machine for the gym instead. Well, that could be true, but it's not what we're talking about. So the ability to focus on whatever the content is, and perhaps even program it, you know, if you'd like to talk about something different, please let me know. Right now, we're just talking about who the mascot is, or where to hold prom, or whatever this topic. I love that a lot.
Well, and this is the area that you do the title and the prompt, so you can get like any prompt you're using in any other program. So like Magic AI and Chat GPT and all those kind of things. Any of them you're using, you know, you create a title for the students. You guys saw that one. And then my AI prompt was very simple. I could have gone very much into detail. And then you can even add standards or upload a file that'll help you stick to those standards. You can have the AI generate all the fields that you want it to generate. The one thing that I like to put in, though, in the prompt is I want to make sure that the students are on topic. Don't let the, that keeps them on topic anyways, but also say things like, also make sure that the students are enjoying themselves. If they, kind of, are they having a good day? You could add things in there that would kind of be neat. And then of course you can put a cover in an image. The image that it used was I think a rocket for us. Student description, that's the one that came up on our screen. And then I would just save that and launch it. I think it's still kind of running.
Okay, the $64,000 question, is this free or is there a free and a paid version of it?
I've never paid
Okay,
any.
I just looked up, well, we were talking, and there is a paid version. It's very, it says, yeah, a quote, get a quote, and then it's like use a tool before you pay. And this one looks like you can use it for almost all the basic purposes you would need before you might consider paying for it. Just for an example, it uses GPT-4 if you have the enterprise version, which is the paid version, and it says limited use for, but they both have FERPA compliant Chat GPT as their co-teacher, it says, is what it describes it. So I want to learn more about this. It looks like it, sometimes things like NWOET and Magic School are so massive that it overwhelms teachers. This is one thing that they can learn about, and it's just easier for a lot of tech beginners or people that aren't real techie. I think that it really is something I want to explore. I had not heard about it. It doesn't give a price. It just says request a quote, which probably depends on how many students you have.
That's always scares me when they say request.
Yes,
But if this is the
Um,
free version we just saw, I mean, it certainly does enough to be interesting and worth looking at more. I really like
exactly.
the
I
features.
mean, I think a teacher can use it to find out if it is something, if they would want to use some of the other features, they can explore it without, a commitment.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, this tool is super easy for me to introduce to teachers. I'm like I said, we in our snack meetings, we have like 15 minutes to meet with the teachers. And, they go to this website. They actually let me go back to the main part of it. The first part, it has Sidekick, find a space. So you can find a space that's already been created or create a space. I created a space. Give your students managed access to their very own AI assistant. So you can create a sidekick for them. We haven't really determined the differences between the sidekicks, the way they act and interact with the students, because you can still do the same thing. The teacher entry part is less than what you would do in a launch a space. But yeah, we thought this might be more of a the way to start a topic or to begin a topic, that kind of thing. It does have more options. Class description, how would you like Sidekick to interact with them? What rules do you want to set for the session? So, a little bit less structured, whereas in the spaces, utilize standards, that kind of stuff. But, I really do like it. It has, I've only used the free version, and I thought it was going to be one of those that kind of all of a sudden stopped working. And you can see that now they're trying to look like
Oh, yeah.
AI on some of the tools. But the main reason I use it is for the spaces. The tools didn't seem, again, utilize the free portions of it. See if this is something you like. You may like the free version of Magic AI to use the rubric generator, or maybe this one is free. This one, maybe you like this one better, or maybe you like Chat GPT to do your jokes, or, so there's a lot of different things that you can do in evaluating AI tools. to make sure that they fit for you before you, you know, push out a lot of, you know, a chunk of change for, you know, Chat GPT 4.0 or whatever. So, and last week we talked about that young man that I met at the graduation. He did say it makes a difference. Because I can't imagine that I could get more from Chat GPT 4 or 5, but he says when you're interacting with it in an advanced way, it does make a difference. But I guess I'd have to get to that level of interactivity to make that happen. So anyone else?
I think that's really critical, is interact with the free version until the point you say, wait a minute, I'm hitting limits that I don't want to hit. I need to go beyond what the limits are. And I use AI frequently. I mean, like every day, multiple times a day. And there are 3 or 4 programs where the free version is no longer enough for me. You know, I need more than that many interactions. I need more than that many minutes of transcript, whatever. And so, you know, but I used the free version until I saw, yes, this is something worth paying. And again, those prices typically, they're anywhere from $60 to several $100s a year. So you want to choose wisely. Don't just grab the first thing you see. And, you know, SchoolAI, another tool well worth looking at. And definitely, this Spaces, Tonya, I've never seen anything quite like that. And I'm really intrigued with the possibility.
And that's why I wanted to show it off. And we'll have links to these. I mean, of course, you could Google SchoolAI, but on our resource page that you see the link on the screen right now, you'll be able to go to that and see previous versions of our vlog, see this version of this vlog. You'll also be able to have all the tools that we discussed today. Any of the links will be on that resource page for you. So I'm glad we were able to share another AI tool for you. Join us next week. Well, whatever the topic is that we're chatting about while we're recording, that's the thing that we'll talk about next. So we appreciate you joining us. Thank you and take care.